Mohamed Salah cuts holiday short after tragic death of Liverpool teammate Diogo Jota. Mohamed Salah is set to return to the UK on Friday, with the Liverpool star cutting his holiday short following the tragic death of teammate Diogo Jota in a car crash on Thursday morning. Mohamed Salah cut his holiday short after Diogo Jota's death. Reports from Egypt suggest that Salah will be returning to Liverpool earlier than planned, with a number of players expected to report for pre-season training on Tuesday, the 8th of July. Several Red Stars are predicted to return to Merseyside over the weekend as the football community continues to grieve the loss of Jota. The Portuguese forward and his younger brother, Andre Silva, were tragically killed in a car accident on Thursday morning in Zamora, Spain. It's understood that Jota was traveling to Santander to board a ferry back to England, following medical advice not to fly after lung surgery. Salah, who has been posting regular holiday photos on his Instagram account, has reportedly been spending time in Bodrum, Turkey, according to Turkey Today. The Egyptian ace has also visited Mombasa, Kenya, and Mykonos, Greece, but will now head back to the UK to start preparing for the upcoming season early, as reported by Gyökeres. Salah and Jota helped fire Liverpool to the title. Liverpool players will soon begin their return to pre-season as they look to defend the Premier League in their teammates' memory. Salah, who signed a new contract at the end of last season to remain at Anfield, played 150 times alongside Jota. While tributes have been flooding in for Jota, Salah has, understandably, chosen to remain quiet on his colleague's passing for the time being. Meanwhile, Darwin Núñez, Virgil van Dijk, Andy Robertson, and Osimhen Kelleher have all posted touching messages of condolence. Liverpool star Diogo Jota, dead at 28 as football world mourns, Liverpool's head coach Arne Slot, and the club's owners, Fenway Sports Group, also issued a poignant statement via the club's official website to pay their respects. Núñez took to Instagram to share an emotional message. "There are no words of comfort for so much pain. I will always remember you with your smile as a good companion on and off the field." Salah and Jota played 150 times alongside each other. "I send all my strength to his family. From where he is, I'm sure he will always be with you, especially his wife and 3 children. May Diogo and Andre rest in peace." Trent Alexander-Arnold, who played with Jota before moving to Real Madrid, expressed his grief. "It's so difficult to find the right words when your head and heart are struggling to accept that someone you care so much about has gone. Diogo, your family was your world. They were everything. For Rute, his children, and his parents, all of our hearts are broken. And for Andre as well. Brothers and best friends. When it's less painful, I want to remember Diogo with a big smile. So many laughs and happy moments. He was such a great teammate and a true friend. Forever number 20. Rest in peace, Diogo." Xabi Alonso makes shock decision on Rodrygo's Real Madrid future amid talk of £70 million transfer to Arsenal. Real Madrid and Xabi Alonso are open to Rodrygo leaving the club this summer amid rumors of a switch to Arsenal. Rodrygo's father and agent unhappy with his role. Alonso will not block a suitable offer. Arsenal in the market for left-sided attacker. What happened? The Athletic reports that the newly appointed Los Blancos will not stand in the way of the 24-year-old if he wants to leave, and the club's valuation is met. Key players in Rodrygo's camp, most notably his father and agent Eric Goes, are said to be unhappy with the player's current circumstances, as he has been sidelined by the high-profile trio of Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Jr., and Jude Bellingham. The bigger picture. A longtime starter under Carlo Ancelotti, Rodrygo seemingly slipped down the pecking order towards the end of last season, as sources close to the club suggested the Brazilian lacked motivation in training. When contacted by The Athletic, Real Madrid said they have no intention of selling the player and they expect him to contribute a lot to the team in the future. Did you know? Rodrygo joined Real Madrid from Santos in 2019 for a €40 million fee. A regular starter since 2021, the player has been forced to operate from the right side of an attacking 3, with Mbappe, Vinicius, and Rodrygo all favor occupying the left flank. Arsenal are interested in the player to fill the left side of their attack, while a move to PSG has also been floated in the past 24 hours. It is believed Los Blancos value Rodrigo at around £70 million, 81 million euros. What next for Rodrigo? Real Madrid's Club World Cup campaign continues with a quarter-final tie against Borussia Dortmund. Rodrigo was an unused substitute in the round of 16 fixture against Juventus and has only featured in the final group game against Al Hilal. Granted, the 24-year-old has been carrying an injury, but it has not been a busy start to life under Alonso. Could that be a harbinger of a move away from the Spanish capital? Breaking. Tomiyasu says goodbye to Arsenal. In a shocking and emotional twist, Takehiro Tomiyasu is set to leave Arsenal immediately after a mutual contract termination with the club. The Japanese defender, who joined from Bologna in 2021 and made 79 appearances, has struggled with injuries and is currently recovering from serious knee surgery. With no expected return until late 2025, both Arsenal and Tomiyasu have agreed to part ways. Fans will remember Tommy for his tireless work rate, quiet strength, and dependable presence across the backline. Though his time in North London has been cut short, he leaves with the respect and love of the Arsenal faithful. Thank you, Tomiyasu. Once a gunner, always a gunner. Manchester United now out of the reckoning in the race for 26-year-old striker. Manchester United are still in the sights of Victor Osimhen as his future hangs in the balance. Every summer brings a flood of rumors that stir up the fans of Manchester United, a club that still retains a special magnetism despite their absence from the Champions League. Supporters demand big signings and dream of strikers capable of restoring the punch that has been sorely lacking in recent seasons. At Old Trafford, they know that without a top-class goal scorer, they cannot aspire to anything great. The shadow of mediocre seasons looms large, and every name linked with the club generates equal parts excitement and doubt. Today, the Italian press is stirring things up again. Victor Osimhen appears to be a real possibility, although his future seems unclear. According to Gazzetta dello Sport and Corriere del Mezzogiorno, as relayed by Sport Witness, Manchester United remain an open option for Osimhen. The 26-year-old Nigerian striker is still on holiday, while Napoli seeks to remove him from its payroll. Last season, he was loaned to Galatasaray, where he proved he still has goals and character. How critical is it for Manchester United to address Osimhen's high-wage demands to secure his signature? Aitor, although the Turkish champions want to keep him, his continuity is not guaranteed. The Red Devils are attracted to his powerful and mobile number 9 profile. However, the salary issue remains a stumbling block. The Italian press insists that his demands could scupper the deal. Even so, United's aura continues to be a magnet. Although they are not playing in the Champions League, the club represent history and a global showcase. Opinion. Now, is it really in United's best interest to go after Osimhen? Personally, we believe that not playing in the Champions League should not be a definitive obstacle. The player is already familiar with transfers and transitions and is not afraid to change countries. Furthermore, the Premier League always attracts players who are hungry to make a name for themselves. The concern lies in his contract. If United cannot find a way to meet his salary demands, there will be no agreement. At this point, the board must act wisely, and that is paying too much for a striker is a risk if he does not fit in tactically or physically. Looking at the squad, Osimhen would bring freshness and clinical results, something that is lacking today. Compared to other strikers in the league, he has the aggressiveness of Darwin Núñez and the stride of Haaland, but he combines better with attacking midfielders. Can Osimhen's potential transfer to Manchester United fill the gap in their attacking lineup for the upcoming season? Artiso, Ruben Amorim, with his 3-4-2-1 formation, needs a striker who can hold up the ball and open up space for the number 10s. Osimhen fits that mold well. He can stretch the opposition defense, make runs behind the defense, and receive the ball at his feet. He would be an interesting addition to Matheus Cunha and Bruno Fernandes. However, we find it hard to see United convincing Napoli and the player without cutting back on salary expectations. The market offers alternatives, but none have the combination of power and instinct that Osimhen displays when he is on form. If United can resolve the financial side of things, it would be a logical move. They need goals, they need a leader up front, and they need a figure who commands respect in the opposition's box. If they don't do this, they will continue to limp along in attack. Betting on Osimhen would be brave, provided it doesn't condemn the club's finances or disrupt the wage structure. This ongoing summer may bring surprises, but United can't afford to make any more mistakes. What's happening with Victor Gyökeres as price tag becomes clear and new striker bid rejected? The latest on Victor Gyökeres' future as Arsenal inch closer and Manchester United's interest in the prolific Sporting CP and Sweden forward cools. The future of Victor Gyökeres is close to finally being resolved. Victor Gyökeres has been the talk of the summer transfer, with persistent rumors linking the striker with both Manchester United and Arsenal. The forward has turned heads since his 2023 switch to Sporting CP, where he's blossomed into one of the world's most feared. Gyökeres' staggering record boasts 97 goals in 102 outings for Sporting, helping them clinch 2 Primera Liga titles. United had shown interest in the 27-year-old, who played under Red Devils boss Ruben Amorim at Sporting, although they appear to have moved on to other targets like Aston Villa's Ollie Watkins. The favorites to land the player are Arsenal, who are on the hunt for a striker after finding themselves without a recognized center forward for the latter half of last season. The Gunners have been tracking both Gyökeres and RB Leipzig's Benjamin Sesko. While neither club has yet tabled an offer tempting enough for Sporting to part ways with their star man, it's evident that Gyökeres is keen on a Premier League move following his 54-goal season. Here's a roundup of the latest Gyökeres news. Gyökeres is believed to favor a move to Arsenal. Arsenal make progress. French publication L'Équipe reported on Tuesday that Arsenal were close to sealing a verbal agreement with the forward over personal terms, including a 5-year contract. Meanwhile, Sky Sports reported that Arsenal and Sporting were in advanced talks over a transfer. The Gunners are said to see the finish line within reach after shifting focus from Sesko, whom they pursued last summer before he penned a new deal with Leipzig. After lengthy negotiations, that deal now appears to be on hold. Gyökeres, not Sesko, seems set for a move to the Emirates despite suggestions that Arteta and his team favored the latter due to his youth and experience in a more competitive league. Arsenal are looking beyond Benjamin Sesko. Sporting president speaks out. Federico Varandas, Sporting's outspoken president, has also been a central figure in the ongoing saga surrounding Gyökeres this summer. He initially took umbrage at a claim made by Gyökeres' agent, who stated there was a gentleman's agreement in place allowing the striker to depart for a fee of £59 million, significantly less than his £85 million release clause. However, Varandas has now given Arsenal and United a potential boost by admitting there's a strong likelihood Gyökeres will leave the club this summer, possibly for a lower fee. He said, "Sporting is calm regarding this matter. Secondly, Sporting does not need to sell Victor Gyökeres. Fortunately, we have moved past the phase of selling our main asset. Gyökeres won't be reuniting with Ruben Amorim as it stands. However, we remain sensitive to Victor's dreams or those of any other athlete. Sporting has made a commitment that, after weeks of meetings, we will not demand the full amount of the clause. We will be reasonable regarding the amount requested for Victor." Hinting at a potential new price tag, he added, "Today there is a strong likelihood that he will leave. I won't disclose the amount, but the player knows what it is. I can say that Victor will not leave for 60 plus 10 million euros. He won't leave. Absolutely not. In recent weeks, we have been paying attention. I saw a player, Martin Zubimendi, who is 6 months younger than Victor, go potentially to Arsenal for £55 million. And I saw Matheus Cunha move to Manchester United for around £62.5 million. We are talking about players who are 26 years old. I believe Victor could leave unless he has the worst agent in the world, which I don't believe, as his agent is one of the best in the world, and a Sporting chase replacement. And a further boost for both Arsenal and United, Sporting appear to be preparing for life after Gyökeres. The Lisbon-based club have reportedly targeted Union Saint-Gilloise striker Franjo Ivanovic. As per Germanijak.hr, Sporting have tabled a bid of approximately £17 million, falling short of the Belgian club's asking price of £25.6 million. Besiktas and Frankfurt, along with clubs from Italy, are also believed to be keen on Ivanovic, who bagged 20 goals last season. If Sporting secure a prolific striker for less than £30 million, It could aid Arsenal and United in their negotiations for Gyökeres, who has previously expressed dissatisfaction with Sporting's hierarchy over his valuation.